morning. How you feeling? Are you fresh? Are you full of energy? Are you bouncing? Are you ready for the weekend ahead? Or have you got a hangover? Come on, be honest with me. Put it in the comments below how you're feeling. And tell me live or replay. And you know the drill. No hiding in the background. No lurkers, yeah? Let me know if you're here, live or replay. Give me some energy, yeah? And remember, the more energy you give me, the more I can give you, yeah? It's an exchange, people, yeah? Not that you just sit there and mindlessly watch me or listen to me. I know I'm fantastic and everything, yeah? One thing in life is never to take ourselves too seriously as well. That's one big thing, isn't it? There's a little tip for you. There's a bonus tip for this Monday morning. So, I want to share one thing with you first. Going to say something like, people are always watching. I'm going to share that with you. People are always watching, yeah? And never underestimate how much you're inspiring other people, especially if you're making good decisions and you're doing the right thing and making the right decision with habits and routines and lifestyle and life choices. Never underestimate that. We forget. I do. I definitely do. Going to share something with you in a second. Just coming up to a busy bit here. Won't be 1 minute. Hold on. Everyone's doing the school run now, so this is all a bit crazy here right now. But there you go. So, yeah, people are watching. I've just, when I've started this free booze group on Saturday, Sober October, Beat the Booze, I've had a few messages already, and a couple of messages in particular. I've shared one already about how I've impacted, or our program has impacted a certain person. The last time I did a free challenge, I forget about all this stuff, I doing it with the right intention, trying to help people, trying to improve people's lives, and then what do? We move on to the next thing. We just get busy, right? But in particular, this bloke messaged me and he actually put it on my group as well, the new booze group. He messaged, here we go, all a bit chaotic. So the message ran along the lines of, so great that you've invited me to this new free booze group. Just want to show you the last of your free groups, which I remember was, we did a 75 hard challenge in January 2021. So that's like a year, it's nearly 2 years ago, right? And this guy in particular, he said, I just want to share with you that being part of that group has helped me massively. And he said, I don't want to be dramatic here, but you may well have saved my life. And I was like, wow, we forget all these things, And how would I have known? I would have never known, because I tracked back and I looked back into the previous group that we did, and I searched this guy's name just to see what activity there was from this guy in the previous group that we did. And, had we had a connection, and had he said that he was making progress. And there's no surprise, because my typical client is a lurker, lovingly, with the greatest respect. He's probably an introvert. He hangs in the background. He's on the edges of he's on the fringes of groups and societies. He's a bit of an outlier. He likes to do things his own way. He bit of a rule bender, not necessarily a rule breaker, but a rule bender. Let me know if this is resonating. Let me know if this is you guys hiding in the background there. Yeah. But this guy, in the whole of, so it was a 75 hard challenge, 75-day hard challenge. So that's what, 2.5 months together in this group back in 2021. This guy said one thing being in this group for 2.5 months. And he said, hello. That was it. Because I put out a post, and I'll do it in this new group now, saying basically, this is your time, guys. This is your time to speak. The people who are hanging in the background, the people who are lurking, here's a post for you just to say hello and just communicate with us. And that was the one time that this guy communicated, and he just said hello. So tracking back, this guy has been in my world for at least nearly 2 years, right? and all he's communicated to me in the past, and I'm not judging this at all. I'm just saying this is how things can roll. Just put my legs up to have a little stretch. This is my spot now, where I stop and have a little chill. This is normally where the sun's coming through as well. Beautiful spot. The birds are tweeting around here as well. And it's actually somewhere where I can just put my bloody leg up and have a little stretch. So anyway, so this guy, as I say, he's now communicated, said it's turned his life around. He's now been sober since July 2021. So he's been sober for more than a year through the interaction that we've had in a previous group, and he's only communicating it now. But that's okay, it's all good. So my message there is just that carry on doing what you're doing. Carry on doing good things. Yeah, you're inspiring people, you're influencing people, and if nothing else, you're influencing the youngers in your families. You may have kids, you may have nephews and nieces. They're all watching, right? And they're all forming their own attitudes and behaviors according to what you do. Anyway, apologies for the big intro there, but I just thought it was important to share that. So weekends. So this is going to be interesting now. We're going to now find out on day 3 of this Sober October Beat the Booze Challenge. We're going to find out now how the guys have done over the weekend. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. And I hope they're going to be honest. I hope they're going to be 100% honest with how they've got on over the weekend, because I know what it's like. I've been there, right? You know, if you're not fully in order for your booze-free weekend, it can crumble massively. And it's like anything, right? It's like booze, fitness, diet. What do we do at the weekends? What we do, I'll tell you what we do, because I know it very well. We press the fuck it switch. We say, fuck it, it's the weekend. Yeah. What bigger excuse is there to not follow our own rules, guidelines, habits, routines, you know, and being booze free than having the weekend? Yeah. And that's what we do, right? So I'm looking forward to how the guys have got on. Fingers crossed, most of them have nailed it, but let's see. And we wonder how it all goes. I'm just doing my little broadcast. How you doing? So the weekend. Let's see how people have got on. A few tips for you. I know what it's like. I know if we don't get ready for the weekend, we just bungle through. And before we know it, come Monday morning, everything's gone up the wall. Everything's collapsed or ruined. So 3 tips, the 3 P's. Yeah. Number 1 is planning. Yeah. The only way you're going to get through that weekend booze free is to plan it. And the easiest way of doing this, I see it like a minefield. I see it like it's the easiest way to describe it. I see it as there will be key points during the weekend that there will be a booze hotspot. Yeah. There will be a booze opportunity. The opportunity for you to be weak, vulnerable, to fold, as it were. So that's the first thing, is to plan that adequately. Yeah. And I don't mean military style, and I don't mean, you know, my life is now consumed or obsessed with understanding when booze is going to rear its head. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about planning it loosely, you know, when you're considering what you're going to do over the weekend. That's number 1, to plan. Number 2 is prepare. And when I mean prepare your loved ones. Yeah. Prepare the people around you, as in giving your intention. You know, back in the early days when I started not drinking, as it were, or cutting out booze, I clearly communicated it to my partner and those around me. I don't intend to drink today, or I don't intend to drink this weekend. Yeah. Help me with this process, you know. And you'd be amazed how supportive people will be around you if you put out the right intention and they see the benefits of what you're trying to do. So that's part 2, is prepare. Let your loved ones know your intentions. And even if you want to, involve the kids, you know, if that feels suitable, involve the kids. And, you know, part 3 The third P is pack, and this is where the family can be involved as well. And when I'm talking about pack, I'm talking about pack your lifestyle and your especially your weekends. Pack your weekends full of activities, you're going to love and enjoy, yeah, which are booze free and stuff that you specifically personally love. Before you know it, hey presto, you've hit the Monday, and actually it feels quite effortless if you put them 3 P's in practice. So just tell you again very quickly, plan the weekend properly, and beware of those hot spots. Have some self-awareness around it and ways of getting around it, i.e. doing different activities. Second one, when I'm talking about prepare, I'm talking about prepare people. Prepare the people around you to to know your intention and to support you in your intention. And number 3 was pack. And when I say pack, I'm saying pack your weekend and your time full of activities that you love to do. Before you know it, bang, Monday morning comes, you're sober, you feel fresh, you feel ready, you feel energized, and all of those good things. So a couple of links in here, guys. I'm still keeping it open if you want to join the Sober October Challenge, because more people are joining and more people are messaging me now. We have slow starters, don't we? Sometimes I'm like that, so I'm leaving it open. There's a link there, jump in, it's free. And I'm also leaving up the link for the Brotherhood as well, if you want to join like-minded group of people. Some with the booze challenge, some with not, but ultimately these guys are trying to, or are stepping up to be the best version of themselves, mentally, physically and emotionally. Great group of lads. All right, gonna leave it there, guys. Monday morning, let's go.